recently I've been finding a lot of people having trouble with two classic movements, one back squat, the other being deadlift. A lot of that comes down to being able to correctly activate the abdominal wall. Sometimes there's a number of things interfering with that. One would be food allergies, things such as that. But a little bit more applicable and easier to find is going to be having trigger points in the abdominal wall or the hip flexors. And so I found a lot of times by addressing these two, you can get the transverse abdominals to activate a little more. So what you kind of do to test is I'm going to have Wade here bring up his knees and come around here so you get a better look at the side here. I'm going to have him start off and draw in. So kind of draw that navel in. You kind of get a feel for how deep he's going. Now, right now, you want to see a pretty decent amount of movement out of here. And we're just getting a little weight, has recently had some hip flexor problems, things like that. So he's going to have some knots in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow right along the line of the rectus abdominis here. And we're going to go just below the belly button. Placing my hands here, I'm going to prop his knees up so he can keep relaxed. Now, what I'm going to have you do is draw in, and we're going to lightly just take the knees over as I press in. Kind of pushing with my thumb opposite, pulling that rectus opposite of which way we're taking the knees. Getting in nice and deep there. Inhale, come to center. And we'll exhale, and we'll come back this way. And it'll almost feel like you're kind of rolling a tendon. Do this like 5 times here. Just taking it side to side, nice and deep. And releasing that hip flexor, or releasing basically that TVA where there's some nice knots in it. You don't have to press too hard. A lot of times, wait, kind of let me know if I'm going deep enough or you want me to hold it here. Make sure you communicate with the person you're doing this with. It's really hard to do on yourself, so you're going to need to find a partner to do this. And if you're coming into the gym, just ask one of us and we'll take you through it. It's kind of invasive. You're digging in deep on someone's abdominal wall, but I'm telling you, the amount that it relieves and the better mobility you'll get and the better activation you'll get out of that abdominal wall or TVA is pretty immense. The next is going in and hitting the iliopsoas, psoas major, and you're going to start off kind of between rib cage and pelvis. So I'll be doing it on this side, but you're going to be digging in kind of through here. You'll find the oblique, and you'll go right in along the edge of that, and you'll get right into it. And you'll be able to feel it because it'll be not, it'll roll. It'll almost feel like kind of like a guitar chord, especially when it's nice and tight. So I'm going to do that on this side. Find the oblique, find that separation. So I want it right here. Am I heading that way? Now, what I'm going to do is Wade, you're going to straighten your leg out. So just let it go across. And as it goes across, I'm going to push up. And now go ahead and bring your leg straight up. Good. And lower it down. And as he lowers down, I push up and towards the rib cage. Nice flat hands and bring it up. And sometimes, a lot of times, you can feel this release as you get going. Now go ahead and up. Good. Breathe. 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Good. So those are kind of 2 release trigger point techniques on getting the abdominal wall to fire. So if you see here, go ahead and draw in, Wade. And you'll see we got about another 1/4 inch, but a lot more mobility out of that transverse abdominis. A lot of times what happens is it blows out, and it doesn't really stabilize, it just pushes out. And basically you want to make sure it's functioning well enough to be able to draw in and lock down to create a very tight cylinder of the torso when you're doing a deadlift or a squat. Thanks.